Hello everybody, welcome to another live stream. Today we're going to talk about Bitcoin. More specifically, how to properly enter the new beginning uptrend on Bitcoin, okay? Since I think everyone right now is looking for this following piece of information. How far down is Bitcoin going to go so I can buy into the uptrend? Right, because we actually did just start the new uptrend for Bitcoin. And I'm happy to say it's going to be good. Okay, so we're going to go actually on the 15-minute chart to actually define an entry for us. Since I think everyone right now in the cryptoverse is talking about, ooh, bull flag. Okay, sure, we're making a bull flag. That's fine. But I'm not really satisfied with that explanation. So let's actually talk about required retracement levels as defined by mean reversion pivots so we can properly identify how far down Bitcoin is going to go, like exactly the exact value. And I am about to get really excited here since I know what this is going to look like. And actually, I would like to get the exact mean reversion value. So I'm going to load up a very accurate chart layout, the 3D Wave PM linear. And do give me just one moment, folks. And when I said one moment, I really meant it, because this is going to take a long time to load. However, let me just set the custom links here. Well, I don't need to yet, come to think of it. I just need to use one. And then I can find the exact value, the exact pivot for mean reversion on this current time frame. Okay, perfect. We need to revert to exactly the 370 mean if and only if we cross the following pivot. 370. Go ahead and tell me this is a coincidence, guys. Okay? Is it a coincidence that we find support right on top of the pivots for mean reversion? I don't think it's a coincidence. All right? What we just loaded is going to be the pivot for long-term, or I'm sorry, for short-term mean reversion. As long as we do not go below the bottom edge of this purple band right here, we will continue the uptrend. Okay? And I'm fine with this. I intend to make quite a bit of money on this. The thing that annoys me is this information right here. Since this bull flag is going to be correct. Okay? We're going to retrace down. We're going to test the bottom edge of the containment zone one last time. And then we're going to break through, continuing the uptrend. That's one perfectly possible possibility. Okay? And so many of the YouTube channels are going to get all their clout for calling this structure right here. And they aren't going to be wrong. They're going to be right. Right? Since expectations are currently aligned for growth. This is an upward trend. We are seeing the lateral mean reversion of short-term periods. Okay? I'm going to explain what that means here in just a second. If I load up my second band and I load up the 50 distribution, yeah, let's do 100. Just for a little bit more clarity. Beautiful. So, consider this if you will. This red band, for the duration of this uptrend, gained way too much mass. Unrealistic amount of mass requires an unrealistic amount of force to move. So what happens when this distribution starts to compress? Price needs to return to the center of data, right? And that's where it goes, down to the 100 moving average. And then price will trade laterally as defined by that compressing band. So now this begs to question why a bull flag would form here. Bull flags form because nothing can move in a straight line forever. Short-term mass needs to compress. Why? Because it takes unrealistic amount of force to move something with an unrealistic amount of mass. Okay? And this lateral move is Bitcoin shedding mass. Right? Because if you shed mass, it requires less force to move. That's why bull flags form. It's derivative information, right? They occur for the purpose of lateral mean reversion or trending mean reversion, right? Trending mean reversion is when price trends to the mean. Lateral mean reversion is when the mean trends to the price. Typically, mean reversions occur in both forms and are often interchange each other in the same structure. So guys, this lateral move here is completely healthy. I am expecting further upward movements here. And if we cross below this pivot right here, the top edge of this purple band, we will retrace exactly to the 375 moving average, or 370, excuse me. We'll trend exactly to that moving average before continuing the uptrend. Or alternatively, we're going to see the same thing happening with this 100 band right here. Or, of course, we can see the breakout at this very moment. That would be really nice. I want to see this go. Fucking do it. I dare you. Do it. We can actually determine if it's going to succeed. I want to see if this is succeeding. Yeah, okay. Let's pop over to the 3-minute chart. That won't tell us much. Let's try the 5-minute. All I want to see is net expansion, my friends. Except my loop is not loading, so let's go to the 15. Perfect. All right. Can we see short-term mass expand over long-term mass? The answer is yes. Because we have gas in the tank from the midterm periods. Volatility overhead is present in the 200 band, and we will actually need to see what that looks like before we can determine if this will succeed. Okay, so we're changing this to a 200 band real quick. No, that's really questionable. Compression of the midterm periods makes me think that this still needs to trade laterally before this move can succeed. Sorry, guys. I don't think this is an actual successful breakout right now. I am expecting a short-term rejection unless this high is broken. If that does occur, let's see what the liquidity does. But until then, no, I'm sorry. I do expect further lateral trading for the rest of the day. And temporary short-term profit taking at this point would be good, with potential re-entries around $30 lower would be successful. Let me go ahead and check the comments. I haven't done that yet. And yeah, I did start this live stream really late today. I had to get some errands done. And I'm actually having trouble loading up the live stream. Hold on. Okay, I'm going to go through all these comments. Thoughts on Palladium? Yeah, just give me the ticker you want me to use, okay? Zill, I would love to do Zill. To the Moon says, chart looks like a weather map. Well, yeah, it does. This is just a bunch of period readings of distributions. I mean, it is called a heat map. It is a heat map. You're right. Interesting how the chart's a little different right now. Oh, guys, in case you didn't know, the price divergence from Bitfinex and Coinbase comes from Tether, right? If Tether is worth 97 cents, that price differentiation is going to appear between Coinbase and Bitfinex. I'm going to start with Zill. Ooh. Spicy. Oh, okay. This is going to be a good chart. $500. Let's try it out. How much you bet we just reverted to exactly the 500 mean? No, we didn't. Okay. Well, let's get a more accurate reading. 1 second. My. We need to go to the 6-hour chart. I'll just might as well do the 12. Why not? It's perfect. I love it. Okay. Looks like we're looking at the... I'm going to full screen that. I want to see the exact value. 175. Okay. This is going to be a nice chart. Oh man, this is such a good pivot. Like, this rejection here was clean. And then when we finally cross this pivot, look at this, guys. Look how ridiculous this is. What happens when you re-enter the longest overexpanded period? You expect reversion to that mean. The moment we re-enter this band, we have a huge price spike, and price will trend to this value, the 175 moving average on the 12-hour chart. Yeah, this is short-term bullish. I suppose for entry signals, you're going to look for the following. Yes, this is aligned of expectations for growth, but that does not provide you with entry. So what you're going to look for, Stephen, is the longest overexpanded period. You're going to try to enter on that pivot point of the longest period. Right, and that's really far away right now. You're going to have to wait for that to occur. Since this was such an explosive move, you will not be provided with an entry for quite some time. My. This will provide some interesting information. This does bring to mind the concept of overbought. Of course, that's a meme. But let's do... the 140 value, okay? Yeah, that's a sustained trend. Okay. Really, the only thing I'm seeing on this chart is short-term entries with the wave PM crosses. If this does trend down a little bit further, you might want to look for a 14-period CCI roll-up, but there's just no overexpansion yet. So I guess I'll set a price alert, maybe around here. Right, if that triggers, potentially we can do a short-term scalp position to the 14 moving average, but I'm not seeing it yet. All right, folks, since I started this live stream really late, I think I'm just going to cut this one short. I will see you guys tomorrow at 1 p.m., my regular time. I do hope you guys tune into that. It is my pleasure streaming for you all. I think I'll look over one last chart. Make sure you like this video, guys. USD Japanese yen. Yes, Pen, of course. My apologies, I almost forgot you. Yeah, it's really important for me to stick on a schedule. Otherwise, we get like half as many viewers. Could not be helped today. My old place of, my old residence was quite insistent that I owed them money, so I had to drive over and tell them otherwise. Ooh, Pen. It's gonna be good. Yeah, boy. It's a good chart. Not yet, though. I'm going to set an alert on that. I like this. It's not crossed yet, though. Yeah, when that fires, I will be ready. Because this looks really similar to the way this played this week. I was going to call this, but I didn't set an alarm. Right? Since this was actually on the I think it was the 140, if I recall correctly. I don't feel like waiting for it to load. Yeah. So as soon as that was re-entered, price shot up directly to the 140 mean. So no doubt that's going to happen on USD Japanese yen. Just for the short term, still need to wait for that expansion to happen on the 110 period. Let's check the 15-minute while we're at it. I might go lower, actually. Let's do 3-minute chart. No, nothing down here yet. That mean reversion on the 1-hour chart I'm really excited for. Just nothing quite yet I want to play. Well, I guess there is net expansion here, so this will continue to trend downwards for quite some time. If you want to try to take a short entry on a 14-period CCI roll down, potentially might work. Wouldn't really try to trade trends on the 3-minute chart since it's so reactive, but it's definitely a possibility. And anything beyond the first bounce is typically a bad idea on these kind of trades as well. So yeah, you can potentially do a quick short position, but not the highest probability. But the net expansion does paint a nice picture, so quick short here might be a good idea. Check the comments one last time. Nope, that's it. All right, folks, thank you. It has been a great day. I will talk to you all later.